center field. That high sky, but no problem for the center fielder of Las Vegas. One up and one down. So a routine fly out. Piazza aggressive, going after the first pitch here in the home half of the first inning for the Denver Royals. That'll bring up Philip Trappis, the shortstop. He'll be followed by Sean Smith, and then should Denver get anybody on, cleanup hitter, red hot, Solia. First pitch in there for a strike. Taken low for a ball, left-handed hitter. Well, Denver scoring 43 runs in the first two games of this tournament, and they've been looking awfully good. Brian Underhill, the general manager, telling me that this might be his best team that he has brought out to this tournament, and hope to see a lot of these guys maybe later in the season. But so many of these players have played professional ball. They've been drafted, a very talented team, and a lot of these guys will probably get picked up by, well, independent teams such, and hopefully continue their baseball career. But right now, their focus is on this Las Vegas tournament of the Men's Senior Baseball League. Pitch. Popped him up. That, again, is hit out in the center field. And again, that's going to be playable for out number 2. It's going to bring up the third place hitter, the center fielder, Sean Smith. 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. A pair of flyouts by Piazza and Trappis. 2 out, nobody on, and the first pitch is low. 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the home half of the first inning. Denver batting in a scoreless tie. The Dirtbags got a couple of runners on base in the first. That's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Arturo Garcia induced the cleanup hitter into a inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. And that's where we stand right now, bottom half of the first inning. Two balls and 1 strike. And here's a line drive to center, and this ball is going to drop in for a base hit. So the first hit of the ball game for the Denver Royals belongs to Smith, and that'll keep the inning alive for probably the hottest hitter in the tournament in Sloan Solia, the catcher. Solia 6 for 8 already, a couple of home runs. He's driven in 10 runs through the first 2 ball games. At first, I thought maybe that was a misprint. So Solia up there with the wind blowing out. We got a good 15-mile-per-hour wind behind us, behind home plate, blowing out towards right center, and he got under this one in a high fly ball, left center field, and the center fielder's got it, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. And you're watching Denver Royals baseball, scoreless tie at the end of 1. All right, we're getting set to go here in the top of the second inning. Chris Barber, the manager of the Dirtbags, will be the first batter, and he takes a strike. Hard-hitting right-handed hitter will start things off. He'll be followed by Rosario and Clift. Second inning of work for starting pitcher Arturo Garcia, and quickly ahead of the count in the fifth-place hitter Chris Barber at no balls and 2 strikes. Scoreless tie as we go to the top of the second inning. What a gorgeous day for baseball here in Henderson, Nevada, just outside of downtown Las Vegas. That's high, 1-2. Outside of it being kind of breezy, you couldn't ask for a nicer day. Here's a 1-2 pitch from the right-hander. And he chops one towards the shortstop, took a big hop, the long throw across, and well, that was a very difficult play. We'll have to wait to see what the official scorer says on that one, but leadoff hitter is aboard. Probably give him a base hit. Now coming up from the left-handed side for the team is Ebert Rosario. First pitch is low and away, ball 1. No score, top of the second inning. Well, both teams have had 1 hit. Big play in this game so far was that inning double play when the Dirtbags had them at first and second, 1 out in the top of the first inning. We're in the top of the second, the pitch inside. Now the pitch, ball 4. So once again, the Dirtbags have runners at first and second. So Barber with an infield hit and a walk to Ebert Rosario, and now Justin Clift will be the batter. So the Royals find themselves in some hot water here. We're going to get a courtesy runner at first base, and that's going to be Brian Maynor, who's the second place hitter in the lineup for Las Vegas. No score, top of the second inning, right-handed hitter. And the pitch, and that's a check swing, and 0-1 the count on Clift. Seventh place hitter in the lineup. He'll be followed by starting pitcher Kiefer McClendon. Royals might be getting somebody warmed up into their bullpen. Next pitch is low. This one gets away from Solia, but not far enough for either one of the runners to advance. The dimensions here at the ballpark, you got 330 down the right field line, a short 350 to right center field, 400 just off left and right center field. And then again, 360, I should say, to left center field. That one's out of play. And just 320 down the left field line, 360 to left center field, 400 to straightaway center. Where there is a batter's eye, that's probably a good 12 feet, maybe a little higher. So the Royals trying to work out of a jam for the second consecutive inning, and the pitch is taken for a strike, and down he goes, and he knew it. So Clift is the second strikeout victim of Garcia, and there's one down here in the inning. I'll bring up Kiefer McClendon. Starting pitcher here today. He takes a strike, letter high, inside corner unhittable pitch that time by Garcia, and it's 0-1. So the first two have reached, 1 out. Swing and a miss, good fastball. So Arturo looks in for the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he didn't miss by much. Not a bad location, just a little bit low, and it's 1-2. Runners take their lead at first and second. Garcia could use another one of those 6-4-3 double plays here, but he'll take the strikeout as he deals the 1-2. And a check swing he couldn't hold up, and that is his third strikeout, the second in a row. And there is 2 down in the inning. So the 2-out hitter is going to be Chris Hayes. He's the 9th hitter in the lineup here for the Dirtbags. First pitch to Hayes with 2 out and 2 on, and that's under the knees. Sohn throwing to second base, close play. And the ball actually got away from the second baseman and caromed all the way out to shallow left field down the line. Well, you can see the arm strength of the Denver Royals catcher there, and really wasn't even set when he threw the ball. It was just a snap throw down to second, and he had a lot on it. Runner got back in safely as Hayes tries to push across the game's first run here in the top of the second. And he comes up empty-handed on a big fastball. Takes that one under the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike on the hitter. Garcia looks in for the sign. Rocks and fires. Under the knees, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. He has struck out the last 2 hitters. And now we'll have to come back from a 3-1 deficit here in the top of the second inning. Royals nothing. The Dirtbags of Las Vegas likewise, top of the second inning. And a big 3-1 pitch coming up. And here's a soft line drive and into left field, a base hit. They're waving the runner home, and he will score easily. And the Las Vegas Dirtbags lead it 1-0. So an RBI single by the right-handed hitting Chris Hayes coming through on a 3-1 pitch. Inning continues for the final hitter in the lineup after the RBI hit by Hayes, and this is Dave Scaringe. Final hitter in the lineup, batting 10. And that one is fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. Well, I guess the big story, maybe we can get Brian on the broadcast here in the next couple of innings. We can talk about the big contract of Nolan Arenado. It's got to be good news for those Colorado Rocky fans. That one's fouled back, and it's 0-2. So Arturo has gotten ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes, left-handed hitter with a run in here in the top of the second, the pitch. And a broken bat pop up on the infield. The second baseman will have to try to play it on a hop, and all hands are going to be safe. So a broken bat pop up on the infield. They were playing back, and it falls in for a base hit. That is the 4th hit of the ball game now for the Dirtbags, and now the bases are loaded. With 2 out, we go back to the top of the order, and the owner of one of the 4 hits in Justin Spurrier. Well, this is not Justin Spurrier. Fouled out of play. Actually, this is Ebert Rosario. Oh, he was a late scratch, apparently. So the runner at first base is actually Jesse Wilkshire. Ground ball right side. Will this end the inning? It will. 1 run, they leave them loaded. And at the end of an inning and a half of baseball, from Henderson, Nevada, it's the MSBL World Series. The Dirtbags lead the Royals 1-0. Go ahead. That's Jeff Lowry back here from the ballpark. Cody Bishop to start things off here for the Royals. They trail 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Bishop, Chambers, and Brian Howard, and the first pitch is taken for a strike. Second inning of work for McClendon. McClendon throws in the mid-80s. Got a good fastball. Kind of, as his manager says, a bit of a herky-jerky motion. I don't see too much of that right now, but took something off that last pitch and had Bishop way out in front. That was a nice-looking throw there by McClendon. And a swing and a miss, and the catcher will tag Bishop out, and that is a strikeout. That is his first strikeout of the contest, and there's 1 down here in the home half of the 5th inning. Okay, what'd I say? Here's Chris Chambers. We're in the 2nd inning here, 1-0 in favor of Las Vegas. First time around in the batting order for the Denver Royals. Nice job there on that delivery by McClendon. Chambers will be followed by Brian Howard. And right now, McClendon just making quality pitch after pitch. The Royals have sent 5 men to the plate. They've had a base hit. McClendon has struck out 1. He is not yet to walk a batter. The right-hander kicks. He deals. That one's high and away. Well, let's see if Chambers can get something going here with 1 out and nobody on base. Well, the offense has just been outstanding through the first 2 games. That's out of play to the left side. Couple of strikes on Chambers, the 6th hitter in the lineup here for the Royals. Brian, who's managing today? Okay. 2-2 pitch. And the curve locked him up, and the second straight strikeouts for McClendon. And there's 2 down here in the bottom half of inning number 2 for the Denver Royals. So there's 2 down, and Brian Howard, one of the designated hitters in the lineup. First pitch low and inside, ball 1. Ben Farias is on deck. Right-hander kicks, deals, swing, and a miss. That might have been a slider. Swung over the top of it. That ball ended up in the catcher's mitt, maybe a few inches off the outside part of the plate. 1-1. 1-0 Dirtbags here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And strike 2 called on a pitch that was high and tight, but caught the inside corner in the 1-2 offering. And that one is in the dirt. Justin Cliff doing the catching here today for the Dirtbags. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. That one bounces up there, and now the count has run full, and let's see if Brian Howard can get on base here and extend this home half of the 2nd inning for Ben Farias, the 3rd baseman, on deck. It is a very blustery day here. Big pitch coming up, and that one's high, ball 4. So a good job by Brian. He got down in the count, but battled back and drew the walk, and that extends the inning for Farias. 1-0 Las Vegas here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. First time up for Farias, and he slaps one foul first base side, and it's 0-1. Now you're getting a good close-up look at McClendon, the starting pitcher for Las Vegas. With a runner at first base and 2 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Runner with a modest lead at first base. 0-1 pitch inside, and the count evens at 1-1. It feels like the wind may have shifted since we got here right around 11:30. It was blowing straight out the center. That's high and tight, but called a strike, borderline pitch. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now it almost seems like the wind's blowing in from maybe left field. So that might knock down any potential long balls hit out towards left field, but the ball should carry well to right. And that is strike 3 called, and McClendon struck out the side. So we head to the third inning, Denver Royals baseball on APN, and we'll be back as the Dirtbags lead the Royals 1-0. Are we still live? Okay. Okay. How much, can you see how much percent I got? Well, just this. That's just the signal coming in. The mixer's off. All right, we go now to the top of the third inning and the top of the order for the Las Vegas Dirtbags. 1-for-1 Justin Spurrier, who takes a fastball high in the third inning of work for Arturo Garcia, the Royals starting pitcher here today. Spurrier choking up just slightly, right-handed hitter, and he's way ahead in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Dirtbags got a run in the second inning. They got 3 hits, including an infield hit. The RBI came on Chris Hayes' soft line drive to left field. And it's 3-0. Garcia had a little mustard behind that last fastball and left it high. So he is needing a strike to prevent losing Spurrier, and that one is in there. 3 balls and 1 strike on the Las Vegas leadoff hitter. The pitch. In there at the knees, and it's 3-2. Well, can Garcia come all the way back from a 3-0 deficit to take care of Spurrier? That one's fouled, 3-2. And a soft line drive out in the center field, and that's going to drop him for a base hit. So Spurrier is 2 for 2. Single in the first, singled in the third inning here to start things off. That is the 5th hit of the ball game for the Dirtbags. And now Maynor for the second time. Top of the third. First pitch, and that's taken low for ball 1. Spurrier with good speed, but has a very short lead after that first delivery. Let's see if Las Vegas has anything going on here. He's about 6 feet off that bag at first base. That's a strike. It's 1-1. So let's go to a wide shot here, and let's see if Las Vegas is going to either hit and run or just go with a straight steal. That's strike 2 called. Good pitch, knee high, right down the middle. 1-2. Top of the third inning, the Dirtbags lead it 1-0. just low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garcia looks in for the sign. Infield playing again at double play depth. The pitch and the breaking ball locked him up. Strike 3 called. Outstanding pitch that time, and the 4th strikeout of the day for Garcia. That'll bring Gator Queenie to the plate, who walked back in the 1st inning, their big RBI machine. Dirtbags lead it here in the top of the 3rd, 1-0. Outfield playing kind of deep and over a little bit towards the gap, pretty much straight away to center and right. That bounces up there. Really no chance for Celia. That'll be a wild pitch, and the runner takes second base. Queenie walked back in the 1st inning. He would love to add some runs to the board here. A base hit would probably score the run. Pitch, fastball outside. With the amount of runs that the Royals put up through the first 2 games, Las Vegas has got to be feeling pretty good that they've held this team to no runs through 2 innings. Good pitch. That's a strike. But if you think that this team's going to be limited to 0 runs for the next 7 innings, that might be a lot to ask for. Gator takes under the knees. Boy, that was a close pitch. Good eye by the 3rd place hitter. Garcia has gotten behind in the count a couple of times here, now to Queenie, and he did it to the leadoff hitter Spurrier, who got a base hit. He's at second base, and that's low, and that's the 2nd time they've walked Gator. And for the 3rd inning in a row, the Denver Royals find their defense in a situation where they have runners at 1st and 2nd, less than 2 outs. So we got a little break in the action. Coach Dressel out to talk to his pitcher, and that is going to be all for Arturo. So his afternoon is over. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in just a moment. Okay, right-hander, hard-throwing right-hander Ricky Reeves is now the new pitcher. He is the all-time ERA record holder at the Division II college level. Played his ball in the state of Oklahoma. In fact, is going to Indiana fairly soon, in 2 weeks, to try out for the, is that for the Southwest League or? Oh, okay. American Association League. So, as we mentioned, this Denver team has got a lot of talent. And that talent's going to have to rise to the occasion right here. And Lane Kirby coming to the plate with runners at first and second. For the third inning in a row, they have had at least 2 runners on base. They left them loaded back in the second. The first pitch inside, ball 1. Reeves throws high 80s. It's clocked at 86, I think, the last outing. And the 1-0 pitch. Well, the good thing with Kirby is he takes a strike. He bounced into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. That was an inning-ending double play. And here's a ball walloped out in the center field. But Smith is under to make the catch. And the runner will tag and move to third. And the runner at first will move to second. So they retire Kirby on a long fly ball to center field. But both runners move up 90 feet into scoring position. So with 2 out, here is the manager, Chris Barber. He had a base hit and a run scored back in the second inning when the Dirtbags took a 1-0 lead. And here's a pop-up in the shallow right field. Coming on as the right fielder. He's got it to retire the side. So a good job by Ricky Reeves. He comes in and retires both hitters that he faces. He strands 2. And at the end of 2.5 innings of play, it's Las Vegas 1 and Denver nothing. So Bishop. David Walker. Okay. Well, you're getting a live shot of downtown Las Vegas as we bring you MSBL World Series. Well, it's not the World Series, MSBL Las Vegas Tournament. This is Game 3 of the Las Vegas Tournament. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. The Dirtbags with a 1-0 lead. Got a single run in the second inning, and now right fielder David Walker takes a big cut at it and miss. Good speed. Excellent defensive right fielder. In fact, he made the final play in the top half of the third inning with runners at second and third and 2 out to retire the Dirtbags. He's up there batting. Team trailing by 1, and he grounds one. What a play by the first baseman, but the speed of Walker paid off. He had to rush the play, and that's going to be an infield hit for Walker. So you got a runner at first base, and here's Ben batting for the first time. He's the final hitter in the lineup. Second hit of the day for the Royals. And there goes Walker, and that's going to be an easy stolen base. Even if the catcher comes up with that one cleanly, I don't think they had a chance. He had a tremendous jump on McClendon. And so the tying run is in scoring position with one out, or nobody out. So a golden opportunity for Broccoli here and the Denver Royals as they look to tie things up here in the home half of the third inning. And here's a ball slapped to the shortstop. Bad hop, and that one trickles out into left center field. I think you got to give him a base hit because that ball took just a wicked hop. Burkholder Field, probably not the same kind of fields that a lot of the players play on during the Msbl World Series. So Broccoli is aboard. Back-to-back leadoff hits here in the third inning. And the Royals are in business here with nobody out, runners at first and third. Here's a young man out of Cal State Northridge, originally from Phoenix, Arizona, as he falls behind 0-1. Dom Piazza, who flied out to center field to start the Denver Royals on offense here today back in the first inning. He's the leadoff hitter in the batting order. First and third, runner goes. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That will not be a stolen base. Defensive indifference will be the ruling. So now the Royals have the go-ahead run in scoring position. 1 ball and 1 strike on Piazza. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. Good fastball, but it's just a bit under the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike on Dom. McClendon in his third inning of work for the Dirtbags, clinging to a 1-0 lead. And that's going to be out of play to the left side. A couple of strikes, a couple of balls on the leadoff hitter for the Royals. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second base. McClendon, long look in, starting to slow down his tempo just a bit. He kicks and deals, a 2-2. Outside, full count. Right now, McClendon almost doesn't look that comfortable out there. He could use a strikeout here with nobody out. And a swing and a miss, and there it is. Well, he came back, and that was a pitch that was outside the strike zone. Piazza expanded the strike zone, and he goes down on strikes for out number 1. That is 4 strikeouts for the Dirtbags starting pitcher, McClendon. Now the shortstop of the Royals, 0 for 1. He flied to center field his first time up. The pitch. Change up in there, catches the outside corner. I think Trappist thought it was a little high. So it's no balls and 1 strike. Sean Smith on deck, second and third. 1-0 lead for the Dirtbags as the Royals bat here in the bottom half of inning number 3. That's outside, 1-1. So the inning started with a base hit by David Walker, followed by a Broccoli base hit. Pitch and a chopper to the left side. That's getting through. Base hit. 1 run will score. The game is tied. And they'll hold Broccoli up at third. So a big 1-out RBI hit by the Royal shortstop, Philip Trappist, and here in the bottom half of the third inning, we are tied at 1 run apiece. And with runners at first and third, now you're getting into the heart of the Royals lineup and the third place hitter in Sean Smith. Smith is 1 for 1. He had a 2-out single, was left stranded when Celia was the third fly ball victim of the inning. That's a strike. And the throw down to second base is not in time. Now that is a stolen base. Runners are at second and third with only 1 man out here in the bottom half of the third inning. Well, when you score the amount of runs that this Royals team has done the last couple of games, coming into today's game, atop of the division standings, 18 and over division, you can do it with the long ball, you can do it with the legs. I think they have, no pun intended, all the bases covered. Good cut by Smith, and he just fouls it straight back. Looked like he was right on top of that. This is a big out because you got Celia on deck, a base open. I mean, if you can get Smith here, you can kind of pitch around Celia who is on deck. The right-hander kicks and fires, and that's inside. Really laboring in this inning. He's thrown a lot of pitches after being somewhat efficient through the first 2 innings. And he has definitely slowed down his tempo. McClendon delivers, and again, he's missing inside. So the release point is a little off right now for the right-hander. Everything's tailing inside on the right-handed hitters. Let's see what Smith can do, and he takes upstairs, and now it's 3-1 on the Royal center fielder here. We're in the bottom half of the third inning, a 1-1 tie. You got the go-ahead run at third. You got a runner at second base. And still only 1 man out. And that one bounces up there, and that's ball 4. And you just wonder just how long the manager of the Dirtbags is going to go with his pitcher. So that'll bring up Sloan Celia with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put him. Sloan is 6 of his first 9. Now we got a meeting on the mound, and let's see if we got a new pitcher coming in, or can Mr. McClendon regroup? But McClendon, who really struggled against Smith in the previous at-bat, now has to face, I would imagine, the hottest hitter through the first 2 games of this tournament. Solia, who is, of course, a guy that can take you downtown at any time. We saw that back in the World Series. And this might actually be almost an injury timeout, for a lack of a better term, because now McClendon's going to take a couple of warm-up tosses to see if he's all right. So we got a break in the action, a 1-1 tie. The Royals at the plate here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It's the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic, the Msbl and the Men's Senior Baseball League. Okay, so Sloan comes to the plate with the bases loaded. Back here in Henderson, Nevada, for the Msbl Las Vegas Kickoff Tournament. The Royals 2-0. A victory here would most likely put them the number 1 seed going into what will be a 5 o'clock semifinal game to follow this one. Bases loaded, the pitch. And Sloan hits a high fly ball out into right field, medium depth. This ball's going to be caught, and it's going to be deep enough to get the run in. The 11th RBI of the tournament for Sloan. The run scores. It's a go-ahead run, and the Royals lead it 2-1. So a sacrifice fly for the Royals catcher. Two down in the inning. And the batter is going to be Cody Bishop. So now runners are at 1st and 3rd for the 5th place hitter in the lineup in Bishop. Snap throw over, and the runner is back in safely. (2-1) Denver over Las Vegas here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And it's outside for ball 1 to the left-handed hitter. Bishop, a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. I'll tell you, when you start to see a guy that was pitching, he had a kind of a quick tempo the first couple of innings. And now he's just really taking a lot of time between pitches. That's his called strike. It'll get me over fastball, and the count is even on the left-handed hitter at 1 ball and 1 strike. Getting the start in left field today, Cody Bishop. And a quick snap throw over to first base. That one forced the first baseman to come off the bag. Runners are at 1st and 3rd. In there for a called strike. So 2 strikes on Bishop. Now the first time up, Bishop struck out on a changeup. It was set up by the changeup. And let's see if he comes back with the heat here after throwing that little change the previous pitch. Well, he's paying a lot of attention right now to Sean Smith. The 2-strike pitch to Bishop. And a good eye. Laid off that pitch, high and away. First and third. And just off the outside part of the plate, full count. Well, now the runners will be going with runners at first and third, 2 out. Denver put 2 runs up here on the board in the home half of the inning. Let's see if Bishop can put a drive into one. The 3-2 pitch with 2 out and 2 on. Smith goes, and a high fly ball hit back into deep center field. He hit it a ton. That ball's going to be off the wall. And 2 runs are going to score, and the Royals, just like that, lead it 4-1 on a long 2-base hit by Cody Bishop. That ball traveled about 400 feet in the air. So Cody Bishop with a big 2-out, 3-2 pitch. And Denver has put 4 runs up on the board here in the home half of the third inning, and they lead it by a score of 4-1. And now Chambers. Chambers, a strikeout victim, his first and only time up in the second inning. Tried to check his swing on that pitch, and that's a strike. Well, if he's fooling the hitter, talking about McClendon, the right-handed starter pitcher here for the Dirtbags, he must have something still left in the tank. His manager kept him out there, and Bishop made him pay with a long double to center field. That's outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike as Chris Chambers comes to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first and only time up. That was in inning number 2. We're in the bottom half of the third inning in a 4-1 ball game, favor of the Denver Royals. (69 degrees) our game time temperature. A beautiful day here in the Las Vegas area. We're in Henderson, Nevada. Runner at second base with 2 out. 2-1. And just off the outside part of the plate, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And you know McClendon, who has thrown a lot of pitches in this inning, probably wanted that call, but it was off the outside part. 3 balls, 1 strike on Chambers. He's got a runner at second base, 2 out. Breaking pitch, ball 4. So now the runners are at first and second as the inning continues. That is the second walk of the inning and the third of the game for McClendon. And it looks like they're going to stick with the right-hander. The batter is going to be Brian Howard, who has 1 of the 3 walks. So Howard at the plate. First and second occupied with 2 out here in the bottom half of inning number 3. And here's a wild pitch, and runners will be at second and third. The Royals have put up 4 runs in the inning. In this inning alone, they have 4 of their 5 hits. They've also walked twice, so they've had 7 base runners. And right now, runners are at second and third with 2 men out. And again, 4 runs in, a 4-1 Denver Royals lead in this Kickoff Classic from Las Vegas. The pitch, change up, and that ball hit the hitter. And now the bases are loaded. Well, the question of whether or not McClendon's day, at least on the mound, is over. This is the second trip by his manager, and that is going to be all for the starting pitcher. He looked pretty good the first 2 innings, but he has given up 2 walks, a hit batsman, 4 hits, 4 runs, and he leaves with the bases loaded and 2 out. We'll be back from Henderson, Nevada in just a moment. Well, McClendon lasted just 2 2/3. He really labored in this inning after looking really good the first 2 innings. And now the new pitcher is going to be Ebert Rosario. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. So McClendon goes 2 2/3 as the starting pitcher for the Dirtbags. He has given up 4 runs, 5 hits, and a swing and a miss, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Ben Farias, the third baseman for the Denver Royals. Bases are loaded, 4 runs in here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And here's a ground ball slapped to the right side, bobbled once. They'll go to second, and they will get the fielder's choice to retire the side. So a 4-6 fielder's choice will end it here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And as we head to the 4th inning, the Royals lead 4-1. All right, we head now to the top half of inning number 4. The Denver Royals with a very successful home half of the third. They put 4 runs up on the board and chased their starting pitcher, the Dirtbag starting pitcher in McClendon. Justin Clift will start things off here. He'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Las Vegas Dirtbags. First pitch is taken low for ball 1. The big hit in that bottom half of the third inning was that long hit out into center field by Cody Bishop. Well, we still have a very strong wind. Seems like it's kind of swirling at this point. Second inning of work for Ricky Reeves. Well, he would be the pitcher of record if this lead holds up for Denver. Good pitch, called strike outside part of the plate. Good tailing motion that time by Reeves, who can get it up there in the mid to high 80s, and there's a swing and a miss. I'll tell you what, he did an outstanding job right there, just changing speeds. I mean, he was truly outstanding on that at bat. 1 down in the inning. That's going to bring up Matt Iglitz. And Iglitz swings and hits a very high fly ball, but right at Sean Smith. He had to move about 2 steps in to make the catch, and there's 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. And Sean Smith got a few moves out there. Now the guy who has driven in the only run of the game for the Dirtbags is at the plate. 1 for 1, an RBI single on a soft line drive to left field, Chris Hayes. And that's strike 2 called. I think that strike zone may have been expanded just a bit. And that's strike 3 called, and that'll retire the side. Outstanding inning for Reeves, and we are heading to the home half of the 4th inning. And you're watching Denver Royals baseball. This is APN. They lead it 4-1. It's Game 3 of the Las Vegas Msbl tournament. Hey, getting a shot at downtown Las Vegas there as we head now to the home half. It's the home half of the fourth inning. Denver coming off a 4-run home half of the third and now looking for more against Rosario, who is in relief of McClendon, who went 2 2/3 innings as the starting pitcher. As we mentioned, he looked pretty good the first 2 innings, but really had command issues in that third inning, and the end result, he gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 2, and hit a batter just in that 4-run third inning for the Denver Royals as they bat here in the home half of inning number 4, and they lead it by a score of 4-1. It was Walker that got things going in that 4-run fourth inning. And he's going to get things going here in the fourth. I should say in that 4-run third inning, he had a base hit. Stole second. Came in on the Thrappis base hit. So Walker has been on base in both plate appearances, and now Ben Broccoli. First pitch, and there goes Walker, and no chance. Actually a pretty good throw. Actually a very good throw considering he had to rush it. Walker got a great jump on the pitch, and he is in scoring position for the second time in 2 at-bats. Broccoli is 1 for 1. A single and a run scored in the third. Bottom of the fourth, the pitch, and a high chopper, and cut off by the third baseman. Nice play, and he'll throw him out at first. And right now, maybe the third baseman is wondering if there was some interference with the runner as he fielded that big Baltimore chop, and the umpire is going to have a discussion, and now the manager is going to come out and talk things over. Well, the umpire's still talking things over. Kind of an animated conversation out there with the manager of the Las Vegas Dirtbags, Chris Barber. So no interference is going to be the call here. That last play went 5-3. Walker with his second stolen base is at second base. And here's a swing and a long drive down the right field line, and that ball is going to be up against the wall. That's going to plate the run, and it is now 5-1. So Don Piazza, who was 0 for 2, nearly put that one out of the ballpark. He's got an RBI double. And I'll tell you what, it could be a very long day for this Las Vegas pitching staff. Swing and a foul. So now Thrappis, who had a base hit, an RBI single in the third inning. He drove in the game's first run for the Royals. And he's up there with a runner at second base. And it's been a tough inning here for Rosario. A walk. He did get Broccoli on a ground out, but a long double to right field by Don Piazza. So the Denver shortstop. He takes outside, now way ahead in the count. Las Vegas needs an out. They need one right now. I mean, you're going to be getting into the heart of this awesome Denver lineup. There's a swing and a miss and a slider down and in on Trappist. On what has been a gorgeous day here in the Las Vegas area, the Msbl World Series. Here's the pitch. Or the Men's Senior Baseball League, Las Vegas. I've done so many World Series games, it's a habit. First and third now. So a wild pitch and a walk. Runners are at first and third for Sean Smith, who is perfect at the plate. He has a base hit, he has a walk, he has a run scored. And as usual, patrolling center field with a tremendous speed that he possesses. He swings and wallops one down the left side, but that's going to be deep and out of play. Well, it's kind of interesting in left field. I mean, you look at the big fencing out there, that's protecting the homes that are just beyond the left field fence and down the foul line here. I think he still cleared it, didn't he? He gave that ball a ride, as it kind of almost seems like the wind might be blowing out again. Earlier today it was blowing in from left field, and now it seems like it might be blowing back out towards right field, right center field. Smith a good eye that time as he bats with runners at first and second. One man out, one run in, 5-1 Denver here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And here's a swing and a towering pop-up. The second baseman's calling for it, and behind the bag at second, he'll haul it in for out number 2. Well, the official start time of this game was 1 o'clock. It's right now 2:35, and we've only played 3 2/3 innings. So there is a 3-hour time limit. 2:45? Okay, 2:45. So the chances of us really getting 9 innings in, unless as Sloan Solia comes to the plate and takes low for ball 1. Probably won't get there unless we get a couple of quick innings. First and third for Sloan. The 1-0 pitch. Slider outside, 2-0. Sloan a sacrifice fly, and that 4-run third gave Denver their first lead of the contest at 2-1. That one almost got him. Inside, 3-0. This might be a situation where you just go ahead and put him on base. There's 2 outs. This guy's been red hot. 6 of his first 9. He has driven in 11 runs in 2+ games. And he takes a letter-high fastball, but Rosario goes right after him. So Ebert with the long look in. And he delivers. And it is swung on and ripped out into left field, a base hit. That is going to plate the 6th run of the ball game for the Royals. Sloan has his second RBI of the contest. He now has 12 in less than 3 games. 12 RBIs through the first 2 plus 2.5 games. And Denver leads it by a score of 6-1. Courtesy runner. Looks like Smith is going to come back out, and courtesy run. He was the last batted out for the Royals. And now it's Cody Bishop, and he had a long double to right field, RBI variety. He takes a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And a ground ball up the middle, and the second baseman can't make a play. Here comes, nope, the runner's going to stay put at third. So the bases are loaded. That'll be an error on the second baseman. Cody is safe at first. Now, this is the third time that the Royals have had the bases loaded in this contest. 2 men out. 1 run is in. Or check that, 2 runs are in. And the batter is Chris Chambers. First pitch outside, ball 1 from Rosario. It's the Dirtbags in the field. They're in the dark blue, the Kansas City Royal replica uniforms of the Denver Royals. They're at the plate. And here's a ground ball and another try for the second baseman. He bobbled that one, but he throws him out at first base to retire the side. 2 more runs for Denver as we head now to the 5th inning of play from Henderson, Nevada. The Royals 6, the Dirtbags 1. This is APN. All right, top of the 5th inning here from Henderson, Nevada, and the Msbl Las Vegas Kickoff Tournament. You got the Royals back in the field, and they lead it 6-1. Here's a line shot, but the third baseman's got it. Farias, nice play as he had to lunge into foul territory. And there's 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning for the Dirtbags. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Well, that wind has finally died down here after we were having gusts of like 15 miles per hour throughout the first couple of innings. 6-1 Royals. 3rd inning of work for Reeves. And a comebacker that Reeves will play, and he will take care of business at first. And there is 2 down. So a couple of quick outs for Reeves and the Denver Royals. That'll bring up Rosario. Apparently, the Dirtbags made a couple of changes to their lineup just before the start of the game. Rosario takes a good fastball inside. We talked about the speed, the velocity. Reeves can get it up mid, sometimes even mid to high 80s. And a swing and a miss. That was just simply a straight change. He just took something off of it. And he's quickly out in front of the Dirtbags relief pitcher at no balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the 5th inning. Came back with a soft pitch outside, 1-2. Oh, okay. So they want the Arizona Diamondbacks looking at Ricky Reeves, and hopefully he can work on that changeup. That's a foul ball, third base side. You said he was throwing a knuckleball? Yeah. He's 2 strikes on Rosario. Nobody on, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. He left that one high. Well, we wish him the best of luck on that tryout in 2 weeks for the right-hander of the Denver Royals. And Reeves delivers a 2-strike pitch, and he lost him, ball 4. So a 2-out walk. A nice battling at bat that time by Rosario here in the top of the 5th inning. So we go to the top of the order. The 2-for-2 Justin Spurrier coming to the plate. First pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner. That was a borderline pitch, but Reeves and the Royals will take it, and it's 0-1. And a comebacker to the mound. Reeves has got it. He rifles it over to first base, side retired. We head now to the home half of inning number 5 on the Denver Royals Baseball Network. All right, back here at Burkholder Field, we are heading to the bottom half of inning number 5. The starting second baseman for the Royals, Redinger, will start things off, batting for the first time. And he is batting in place of Brian Howard, the 7th hitter in the lineup for Denver. Rosario, now in his 3rd inning of work, gave up a couple of runs last inning in relief of McClendon, who went the front 2 2/3 for the Las Vegas Dirtbags. So a 6-1 lead for the Royals here. Well, if they can hold on and get the victory, they will go to 3-0 on the tournament. The semifinals of this tournament will start shortly after this one. Here's a looper into right field, base hit. Redinger has the stroke coming off the bench, at least from an offensive standpoint. He is the starting second baseman for the Royals. So the next batter up is going to be third baseman Ben Farias. Swings and misses at the first offering, and it's 0-1. Farias looking for his first hit. The Royals with 6 runs on 8 hits in total. Scoring 4 times in the 3rd and 2 more times in the 4th. And here's a chopper to the second baseman. They'll go 2nd-1, no throw to first. They had absolutely no chance to double up the speedy Ben Farias, and he is at first base with 1 out. Well, the speedy David Walker coming to the plate, the right fielder for Denver, has been on base both times. He has singled, he has walked, he's had 2 stolen bases and 2 runs scored. And he's been the catalyst. I mean, you know, he's gotten both the run-scoring innings as he drills one into right field for a base hit. First and second occupied. Now the runner's turning it on, and he will head to third. First and third for Denver, and Walker has been on base all 3 times. So David Walker with a base hit to right field. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He's going to be attempting a steal here. So David Walker 2 for 3, and here's a high, towering fly ball down the line, and ball is going to be dropped, and they're going to get the fielder's choice, but because he dropped the ball, the runner at third scores easily, and Denver leads it 7-1. So Ben Broccoli, he'll be credited with an RBI. It's a fielder's choice. The Royals with 9 hits in total. And Dom Piazza is at the plate, and he had a long double off the wall in right field. And he drills one into right again. That's a base hit. And that will put him at first and second as Broccoli holds up at second base. So Piazza, who was retired on his first 2 at-bats, has doubled and singled sharply. That'll bring up the left-handed hitting Thrappis, the shortstop for Denver. First and second, 1 man out, 1 run in, letter high fastball in there for a called strike. And here in the bottom half of inning number 5, a 7-1 Denver lead. That's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice job by that Las Vegas catcher keeping that ball in front of him. Yeah, really nice job by Justin behind the plate for Las Vegas. That kept the runners at bay at first and second. Sean Smith is on deck for the Royals, hoping for an RBI opportunity. One out, the pitch. Chopper first base side, that's a foul ball, and a nice job by the first base coach. Left-hander waits the right-hander delivery. And a good eye by the Denver shortstop. That one just under the knees. Two balls, two strikes with one out. That's high and away, and the count is full. Well, do you start the runners in this situation? I would say probably not, considering you're up 6 runs and certainly don't want to run it. Well, they're going to go anyway, and it's a foul ball. That's one of those you can go either way. So a foul ball, and we'll redo the 2-strike count to the Denver shortstop with runners at first and second and 1 man out. Of course, the thing about starting the runners, it kind of keeps you out of a ground into a double play, but then you can have a strike them out, throw them out. They're going again, and that is strike 3 call. Well, that was 2 outs, so that's why. My bad. So they get a run. They get 1 run, they leave 2. And at the end of 5, it's all Denver, and they lead it by a score of 7-1. Sixth inning of work here. We go to the top of the 6th inning, I should say, and a 7-1 lead for the Denver Royals. Brian Maynor will start things off and foul it off. The right-handed hitter has struck out in both plate appearances. So it's no balls and 2 strikes to him. Reeves has done a great job since coming in. He has yet to yield a run scored. He is in relief of Arturo Garcia, who went the front 2 1/3 inning for the Denver Royals. And Arturo gave up the 1 run. A run on 5 hits. Struck out 3. But was in trouble in each of the first 3 innings, or the first 3 innings that he was in the game, talking about Garcia. Not a bad-looking pitch that time by Reeves. We mentioned the all-time earned run record holder in the NCAA Division II. All-time ERA holder. That is strike 3 called, and he's got a punch out here in the top of the 6th. So 1 down here in the 6th inning. Ryan Maynard has went down on strikes all 3 times he's been to the plate. And here's Gator. And all he's done is walk twice in 2 tries. 3rd place hitter in the lineup. It's a good matchup right here. You got the hard-throwing Reeves, a big, strong hitter at the plate, and the Gator. Gator Quaney. That might have been his, at least in terms of velocity, his hardest throw so far. That didn't miss by much. Wind starting to pick up, and it's blowing straight out. So the Gator is a pitch away from walking for the 3rd time in 3 tries. But Reeves comes right back and throws a big strike. Ready with the 3-1, and that's low, ball 4. And the Gator is 3 for 3, 3 walks. So a 1-out walk will bring the cleanup hitter to the plate. That's going to bring up Lane Kirby. Kirby has bounced into a double play. He has flied to right field. We're in the top of the 6th inning, 7-1 Denver, which will be heading to the semifinals in the game to follow this one, and we'll have it right here on Denver Royals Baseball on YouTube. Game 2 coming up. First pitch is scheduled, I believe, at 5:30? Okay, good. So they gave us an extra half hour as originally scheduled, I think, for 5. And then the championship game, 1 o'clock tomorrow. That's out of play. Good cut that time by Lane Kirby. Reeves with the long look in after walking Gator. Swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 2 of the inning for Reeves. So there's 2 down, runner at first base. That's the 3rd punch out, the 3rd strikeout of the day for Reeves. And Ricky will set his sights on the manager of the Dirtbags, who lines one out into left field and a clean base hit. So he jumped all over as Reeves just trying to get that first pitch fastball over. Actually, I think it was something off speed. That's the first hit that Las Vegas has had. You have to go back to the 3rd inning. We're in the top of the 6th inning. That is their 6th hit of the contest. And so Chris Barber, the manager, is 2 for 3. Rayner, a courtesy runner. After Gator walked, he is at second base. The manager of Las Vegas is at first base. 2 men out. Actually, that is the 3rd strikeout. That is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Ricky Reeves. So the batter now, this is Justin Cliff. So Justin Cliff, left-handed hitter. Sloan coming out of that crouch. He was ready to fire down to second base. And one of the things that we've seen out of Sloan, at least the 6 or 7 games that we've covered here on APN, is he's not afraid to throw to the bases. He's got a very quick snap throw. I think he's already thrown it down to second one time. Nice off-speed pitch. And Justin Clift was way out in front. Hit hard down the right field line, and that one is out of here for a home run. So Justin Cliff has just put Las Vegas back into the ballgame with a 3-run home run down the line. He'll take the Grand Tour. The 11,252 in attendance on their feet. And Cliff with a 3-run home run now makes it a 7-4 game. We got a ball game. Well, I'll tell you, he might have gotten a little help from the wind on that one, but I mean, he absolutely got all of that one. And Ricky, in the last 2 batters, he's just been getting a little bit too much of the plate on his pitches. And the next batter hits one over the mound, the second baseman, Redinger. He tried to one-hop throw it. He throws it away. That'll be a throwing error on the second baseman, and the runner will make it down to second base. And all of a sudden, it's getting interesting here from Henderson, Nevada. So they'll rule out an error on the second baseman. So Eiglitz reaching. And now Chris Hayes. Batting for the 3rd time. He is a base hit, RBI, drove in the game's first run in the 2nd inning. He struck out his last time up, and he hits a line drive to right, coming in hard, and making a sprawling catch is Walker out in right field. What a spectacular catch. He saves a run, he ends the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with Denver leading at 7-4. Bottom half of the sixth inning coming up here. We got Sean Smith leading things off for the Denver Royals, who now lead it 7-4, thanks to that big 3-run home run by Justin Cliff. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Royals lineup here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Smith, Sulia, and Bishop. Well, Rosario has come on in relief of starting pitcher McClendon. And he did give up 2 runs back in the fourth inning. But overall has done a nice job. They appealed at first base. Smith did not go on the last offering by Rosario. Well, I think there might have been a little discussion about what the count. I think Rosario thought it was 1-2. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike on the center fielder for the Denver Royals. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smith has singled, he has walked and scored, he has flied to center field. And he swings and hits one down the left field line. He hit it well, and foul ball. So just allowed out by Smith. I think his last time up put one completely out of the ballpark, but it was foul. He's trying to get it going here. Royals could use a few runs. They had a 7-1 lead. Now it's 7-4. And he hits one to left field. Late break. But he's got a beat on it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Smith is retired. Put out 7. And now Sloan Solia. Sloan batting for the 4th time, this in the 6th inning. A fly ball to center field in the first. He had a sac fly to give the Royals their first and what is still their lead. On a sac fly to right in the 3rd, and he had an RBI single back in the 4th inning. He has driven in 12 runs in the first 3 games. Batting 700 in the tournament. Takes a strike. 15 total bases. And a slugging percentage that would make Barry Bonds jealous. And you got the wind blowing out, and Solia's got good power. He's got great power. He's already belted 2 home runs in this tournament. He had 2 homers, 10 RBIs going into today's game. Rosario in his 4th inning of work, the pitch. And a line drive. This one's going to slice foul. And a good job by Sloan hanging tough. The 2-strike pitch. He struck him out swinging. I think maybe that was was that a slider, you think? It was pretty wicked off the right hand of Rosario, and he's looking a lot more comfortable here in this 6th inning. So a fly ball to left, a strikeout. Rosario has struck out 2. He has walked a couple. And now Cody Bishop. Fastball high, ball 1. Bishop had a big 2-run double to extend the lead to 4-1 for the Denver Royals back in the 3rd inning. It was off the center field fence. You got the wind blowing out, only 350 feet. Only 350 feet to right center field, 330 down the right field line, 400 to center. Cody in a tournament here in Memorial Day, during Memorial Day, last year, he hit one completely over the light standard and thought maybe that was going to be another big blast, but he got under it, and he skies it to the right fielder who makes the catch, and we have our first 1-2-3 inning of the contest. So we're heading to the 7th, 7-4 Denver, and you're watching Denver Royals baseball on APN. Yeah. Oh, he did. Okay. Thank you. Oh, he was in the system. Okay. Well, welcome back to Burkholder Field, and the very first batter who comes to the plate gets hit by a pitch. So a leadoff hitter is aboard for the Dirtbags as they trail 7-4. We go to the top of the 7th inning. So Chris Hayes is at first base, and here's Wilshire. Taking a strike. Denver got 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th, and they are just turned a 1-6-3 double play, and just like that, there is 2 down. So an outstanding job by the Denver Royals as the second double play that they have turned on defense. That'll bring up Rosario. He was added to the bottom of the order when he came in late for today's game. And the breaking pitch is in there for a strike. Well, we got a new pitcher on the mound for Ricky Reeves. Dave Walker. Oh, Jason Jarvis. And strike 3 called, and Jason Jarvis has a very easy top of the 7th inning. We go to the home half, 7th inning stretch from the ballpark And the Royals up by 3, Game 3 of this Las Vegas Kickoff, brought to you by the Men's Senior Baseball League. Our live coverage of Denver Royals baseball continues as we go to the bottom half of inning number 7. Got about 10 minutes left on the 2:45 time limit that they have imposed during this tournament. Well, it's another inning for Rosario, who had 5 years in the Houston Astros organization. First batter is Chambers, fouling it off, and it's 0-1. On an absolutely gorgeous day for our national pastime here. No balls and 1 strike the count on Chris Chambers. Redinger and Farias to follow. Those are the scheduled hitters for Denver here in the home half of inning number 7, leading 7-4. Rosario, I was told, spent some time, 5 years in the Houston Astros organization at various levels. He's got a live arm, no doubt about it, but struggled when he first came in, but he's kind of settled in a little bit. He has given up 3 runs altogether after coming in to the ball game back in the 3rd inning. So our next game will be coming up at 5:30, and that will actually be the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic semifinals, 18 and over. So we'll make sure that we get that posted immediately following the game, and you can click on and join us and see if this team's going to advance to a championship game tomorrow. Chambers against Rosario, and he swings and fouls it off. So a good at bat here as he battles the former Major League prospect, Ebert Rosario. The long look in, the 2-strike pitch to Chambers. That's foul. Swung on, high fly ball, way back into deep right field, and you can chalk it up. That's a home run for Chambers, and it's 8-4 now, Denver. A high towering drive that sails over the right field fence. That is the 2nd home run of the day, the first for the Royals, and they now lead it 8-4. Well, I don't think there was much doubt about that one. Now I'm wondering if, well, there's a discussion here of whether or not was that fair or foul. Is that what they're possibly talking about? I was just told the ball actually hit the light pole. You know, the right fielder was. Oh. So Rosario has been ejected from the game, and that was, yeah, I didn't think that. Well, I couldn't understand why the manager of the Dirtbags was coming out. And I would imagine that he got thrown out because of the location of the calls of the balls and strikes by our home plate umpire. He probably just had enough of it, so we got a break in the action. We don't have much time left. Denver is the home team, so as soon as time expires, the ball game will be called. Right now they lead at 8-4. And we got a 5:30 semifinals coming up here on APN and our Denver Royals baseball YouTube channel. Now, is there a chance you'll be playing these guys again? No. Okay. So Brian Underhill's telling us that it just depends on, well, this game's going to end. I think the time's going to expire before you guys get off the field. So you've given up 4 runs. So okay. So it's going to be interesting to see if this Denver's going to be either the 2 or the 3. All right, Chris Barber is going to be the new pitcher. And he is the manager of the Las Vegas Dirtbags, so he is going to try to mop things up here. He'd like to get this Royals team in and out, but I don't know. Let's see. Where are we on the time? And, well, actually, we've got, what, 4 minutes to go. Is it 2:30 or 2:45? Oh, okay. Okay, we're trying to figure out as Redinger swings over a soft pitch for strike one call or strike one swinging. 8-4 Denver here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. So it's a 2.5 hour time limit apparently. And right now we got about 3 minutes to go. Popped him up into shallow right field. The second baseman drifting out. A long run will not make the play. And I'll tell you, they were really playing Redinger deep. The right fielder was playing deep in right field. And so Redinger goes the other way with it and comes up with a base hit. Still nobody out. I can't imagine they're going to get 3 outs inside of 3 minutes. That is the 13th hit of the day for the Denver Royals on offense. And here's the Royals' third baseman, Ben Farias. A big cut at that slow pitch. Well, you know, you look at Rosario, he's throwing in the 80s. Their first guy, McClendon, he was throwing fairly hard. And then you get the manager, Barber, coming in, and he's probably throwing 20 miles less an hour than the first 2 guys, especially the last guy, Rosario, the former Houston Astro farmhand. but he's throwing strikes. Farias looking for his first hit. He has struck out, grounded to second, hit into a fielder's choice, and scored a run in the fifth. Denver scored 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and added one more in the fifth, and then they got another one as this one is rifled over the left fielder's head. That ball's going to go all the way to the wall. It's going to plate the 9th run of the ball game, and coming to third is Farias, and he will be in standing. RBI triple. Denver leads it 9-4. So Redinger scoring on the long triple. That is the second run of the inning. Of course, the inning started with a Chambers solo shot to right field. 14 hits, I believe, now in total for the Royals. And here's Walker. Walker has to be considered one of the players of the game. He's played a nice right field, been on base all 3 times. And he was the catalyst in getting the Royals off and running in their 2 big scoring innings, the third and the fourth, when they scored 4 and 2 respectively. As 2 runs isn't a big inning. Here's a chopper, and they had him playing perfectly, but the second baseman bobbled it again. You can't do that, and another run is in. And that's the ball game. Home plate umpire just said time has expired, as Walker will be credited with an RBI. It's going to be an error on the second baseman, but he'll be credited with an RBI, and the ball game is over. The Royals go to now 3-0 in the tournament, and in just about a couple of hours, we'll have all the exciting play-by-play action of the semifinals. We'll give you all the details, and we'll be on the air probably about 10 minutes before. So look for us around 5:20, and we'll be back here at Burkhalter Field. We're in Henderson, Nevada, where the final score, the Royals come up victorious 9-4 over the Las Vegas Dirtbags. Winning pitcher in the game is going to be Ricky Reeves. The losing pitcher in the contest is going to go to starter McClendon. So the time of the game, just slightly over 2 hours and 30 minutes, as the Dirtbags fall to the Denver Royals 9-4.